Welcome back to Beholder 2 One Shot. Today we are here with part 2 of Faith Reborn by Wraith RPG. We have the lovely Taylor, Brianna, and Darby with Juniper, Drenna, and Ida. First we'll have everybody introduce themselves, and then we will get into the wrap-up of what happened last time. Let's start with Taylor.
Hello, I am Taylor at _potato_ on the internet, where you can, find me talking about really nothing. But you can find me having fun and playing things, lots of places now, depending on when this is coming out. I think Weave the Tale, not Shadowrun, Sleepaway will be in full effect. Every Friday at 3:30 Eastern, I think. So that's super fun. Plus, then on High Shelf Collective, so many crazy fun things are happening, like D&D and Cyberpunk and Mass Effect, and I'm all up in that nonsense. And then also on Tuesdays with 2000 Tales. I'm everywhere, guys. I'm also slowly taking over Chaotic Wonderful and Lost Caravan with one shot. So, hey.
Okay.
No one can get rid of me. I'm here. I'm everywhere.
Forever.
Also, I may need to ask you about that Mass Effect thing you mentioned.
We have a game. I'll send you a message. You can come play with us.
Okay.
Brianna.
I mean, I have no life, but... So you can find me at Brianna Jeans or at Pseudonym Social, where I do probably too many things, but it's fine. When is this coming out again?
October 22nd.
Okay,
Or
cool.
September 22nd, sorry.
Okay. So, this will be after we have officially launched our third game, which is a Call of Cthulhu campaign, Beyond the Crumbling Veil, DM'd by my lovely friend John, who is the first person other than me to join Pseudonym Social. We have a new branch that is Steaks Helix Productions, and I am very excited for that, because holy cow, that campaign. And I myself DM and produce Aboard the Opal Star, which is my Esper Genesis 5e actual play podcast, following an unlikely group of friends as they explore the stars, looking for where they fit among them, and answering questions along the way, because sometimes the biggest mysteries are closer to home than you realize. And Tempest Multi, my Southern Gothic reality twisting mystery, powered by the Apocalypse, which Season 2 will be starting on October 5th with Urban Shadows, and I'm very excited for that.
Very nice.
And you can also find me playing Jackie Smoke on the Graveyard Tapes and running all kinds of tabletop side stories with the Graveyard Tapes and adding just weird ass shit to the lore because they keep letting me do this, so you're welcome.
All right.
And I sometimes run nonsense on Chaotic Wonderful as well.
Yes.
I do lots of things. It makes me happy.
Darby.
Hello. My name is Darby, otherwise known as Chaotic Darby on the internet. You can find me on that handle on Twitch and Twitter. And I will also be in that Sleepaway game that by the time this comes out will be in full effect.
Yeah, we'll be on episode 2. Will be tomorrow.
Yeah, sick. So
or no,
check
episode 1 is tomorrow.
Oh boy, something. Well, you can find me there. You can also find me Wednesdays on Girls Run These Worlds playing a D&D 5th edition game. And then every other Wednesday on Neon Lights Roleplay, playing in a Mechaton Zero game called Stardust Ghosts. It's very cool. But if you want to see other stuff I do, you should follow me on Twitter.
Yeah. And then, of course, I'm Nikki, aka Beholders No One, the wonderful host of this podcast show. And I will be in Sleepaway as a player, and Taylor is GMing, and that starts tomorrow. Actually, this is the first week of Weave the Tales season for fall, so check out all of the games. We have Hunter, we have Sleepaway, and we have Somehow Human. And then starting in October 17th, I will be running a D&D 5e campaign as well. We also have a ton of one-shots planned for this season, so definitely go check that out. tomorrow also at 9 p.m. Eastern on 2000 Tales Role Playing, you can find me playing Karen on our third episode of the season. And that means we're about halfway through the second half of this season, which things are probably not going great. So you should go check that out and find out why. You can also find me on Mondays on Garball Games playing a City of Mist campaign. And on the 29th, you'll find the last episode of Wander Home on Chaotic Wonderful, which I am in as a cute, adorable gecko named Echo, with an imaginary friend that is actually a god. So, it's adorable. You should check it out.
That is adorable. Also, what now?
A gecko named Echo.
No, the second part of that.
A little god that everybody thinks is her imaginary friend. Or their imaginary friend.
Okay, that's new.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
So on that note, some recap from last session, which if I get anything wrong, I apologize. You should go listen to the video or watch the video or listen to the podcast. But the party arrived in Blackbed, the city where there's always a good deal around the next corner. They went to a bar and were asked by the tavern owner to go to get some herbs in the higher up area of town where they aren't usually allowed in. And you were sent on a fetch quest to Janar's Potions and Herbs. While there, you overheard people talking about it's so sad what happened and just like bringing up gossip. And Ida, I believe it was, rushed over to ask questions about what happened. Tell me more. Give me more information about this. And you found out
who was murdered.
Who was murdered? And you found out that Gavrin Milar's parent was, or foster parent was, and he was struck eventually. Once you met with him, you found out that he was actually hit with a knife in the process, and instead of assassinating him, they left a cut on his arm, which just left him very, very ill. And no matter what healing they've done, nothing seems to work. He said the only thing that may work is something his father told him about, which is in a city, the wonder city of Draecon, in where there are beautiful and magical plants that grew there and amazing healing powers some of them had. He's aware it's a long shot, but as being desperate, he offers you a reward of $100, 100 gold pieces each, and also some potions that he is bringing with him in case you need them. You teleport there using an object that he has from his father and follow Gavrin Milar to the deserted or devastated land. When you arrive, you are in the middle of a apocalyptic type of land where there's lots of ash in the air and it's hard to breathe. And you manage to walk forward with only minor incidences of one of you getting stuck in a sludge pile and fighting a skeleton that was easily dispatched. Eventually, you do make your way to the village of Daragon and run into the knight Elberon, who is patrolling the area, and once you discuss what you're looking for, he agrees to bring you to Javar, one of the ash folk in the city. And once you met Javar, he agreed to give you his knowledge if you promise to return and report your findings of what you are going to see in the Citadel.
Which we agreed. And then, while he was looking for his stuff, we went out and just mingled until he comes to tell us he found what he was looking for.
So you mingled a little, you walked around town. There was some interesting things, but like most of it was just minor items that were found. Just a couple of common magical items if you wanted to buy something. Nothing too major going on. But you eventually go back to Tavar and he found a map of the Goddess Garden, which is where you need to go.
Okay.
And he goes, from what I'm reading, there's a story of a necromancer who lived in the city decades ago, and the scripts hint at a powerful weapon against the undead. This necromancer's name was Yurth Nuragon, and what his goal was, I think, was to take control of part of the City of Shades and create his own personal kingdom.
That sounds very bad.
Yes, there was a wizard named Drevith, the Drevith wizard Moabru, decided to create a plan and made 3 arcane sigils that, once activated, created a field that paralyzes undead creatures. Each sigil itself already has a negative effect on the undead, but they don't reach their full power until all 3 are active. I'm sure that the columns that these sigils are on, they're all carved on top of a stone column. They all should exist, but they need to be activated in a certain order.
Do you know what that order would be?
That is a great question.
I get the feeling the answer is no.
I can't find the
Or
notes
you
that
are
state
unsure.
anything about the specific order, just that there is a specific order. But I did find...
If we get it wrong, will something bad happen?
That I don't know either. But I do know the activation word, because that's in the documents. It has to be spoken aloud in 5-foot vicinity around the columns to trigger the magic. And he will give you said activation word.
Well, I guess we can try one order and be prepared for things to go sideways if we get it wrong.
These sigils, like, do you have a visual of them?
Oh yes, and he will show you the 3 sigils.
Do they look the same, or are they like distinctly different sigils?
That's a great question. I think they're different.
I feel like our characters are like taking notes on the important details of what to do and what to look out for. At least Jaina is.
Well, I'm assuming they're different because each sigil has its own negative effect. So I'm assuming each is different.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if maybe there's some sort of learning we can do on these sigils that might give a bit of a idea of
figure out
order.
the order. Yeah.
Where did my character sheet go?
Does someone want to look at the arcane aspects while I look at more of the religious?
I
can
am
do
no
that.
help in either.
Woo.
Yeah, go
I
for it.
can look at the arcane.
I can find them when we get there, but not now.
So can I
Keep
roll
using
a
skills.
religion check to see if I know anything?
Sure.
I will roll a Arcana check.
Sure.
I don't. I got a 5. Trina was not paying attention during that class.
Uh, 14?
So you're trying to determine if they're magical or what they do.
Kind of what their effects might be when pressed.
Okay. One moment. It looks like that each rune has a negative effect on the undead. The first one will make it harder for the undead to do things, aka give them disadvantage. The second one will give living beings a better chance of succeeding against the undead, aka giving you all advantage. And the third one, the undead in the area are weaker, aka they lose half their hit points.
Oh.
Once the third sigil is activated, it seems that the final magic that happens when they are activated in the appropriate order is the undead are paralyzed.
Interesting. Is there any indicator as to which one should be pressed first? We don't have any undead with us, right? Right.
No,
The guy's dying. He's not undead.
he is not undead. So looking further down, it does show that it doesn't show that you have to roll anything in order to push them, so I'm assuming you could just push them and it will be in the right order.
Bing bong bong.
I mean, they're all three of us. Maybe we just stand real close to each of them and say it at the same time and hope nothing bad happens.
Beep boop boop boop
Yeah,
boop.
but like I said, we give it a try and be ready to run.
I mean, I'd be ready to jump away. And maybe this time I won't fall in a sinkhole or quicksand.
I'll probably fly
That would
away.
be preferable.
What'll happen to our friend here? Are you good at
Yeah, Gavin, are you going with us the whole
Running?
way, or do you want to hang out here? We go get the goods and bring them back to you.
No, I'll go with you. I want to be sure that I'm there when we get the items. I'm afraid that if you go and it might take you too long to get back.
All right, fair.
Can I do a medicine check? Just look at him, see how he's holding up.
Sure.
Can my dice not roll anything higher than a 5 today? That was an 8.
It's hard to tell. It
He's
just
not
looks really bad.
dead. He's not dead, but he's getting there.
Yeah, he still looks really sick, so you can't really tell if it's gotten worse or not.
would healing him help him a little bit?
He specifically stated that they have tried everything before with the temples and with science, magics and science and healing, and nothing was helping.
It doesn't abate it even a little bit. It's just, it has zero effect.
It doesn't seem to.
Cool. Well, hold in there. Whoo.
I will. We should probably get going.
Sounds good to
Yes,
me.
let's
Smack that button.
Let's get going.
All right, so you head to the Goddess Garden. Armed with new knowledge, you leave the fledgling town behind you. Considering how dead this land appeared as you arrived, it is amazing how well the townspeople live here. Hopefully their help will be what you need to save Gavrin. The Shadowblood half-elf looks pale and weak, and it seems as if his time is running out fast. As you are walking, let me actually see if there is a map that I need to change this to.
That say Drina will be there for Gavin to lean on if he needs to, because I am strong. I could probably carry him, but I will refrain until that is something that he asks for and or is comfortable with.
All right.
You don't just pick up people without asking. Unless it's like emergencies and you need to run.
Did you all have?
It's the only time Drina will do
Can
that.
I pick you up and run you out of this burning building, please?
Yeah.
We have 2 seconds
say
before it
that.
blows up.
I'm probably still carrying both of you, one on each shoulder. And then I've got Cavern, and I'm like, oh no, this is fine.
My pride's a little defeated after getting stuck in a quicksand, so.
Okay. I don't
I just
have...
picture you both have your little feet dangling over my shoulders.
Hanging out.
Or like you're standing on my shoulders ready to shoot anything.
It's like super balanced.
Yeah.
All right.
Edith's
I've
swinging
got
her little
something
wild
in my
feet.
pack to give you a little platform to stand on.
Yes.
Really quick. Juniper, you are a ranger, correct?
I am.
Okay. What is Ida? Cleric?
Uh-huh.
And what is Drenna?
I'm the paladin.
Paladin. Okay.
Beefy paladin.
So I gave you each tokens on the field. You do not see this yet, but I just wanted to give you each the token.
Okay.
Cleric is Darby. Renna. And Taylor. Okay, so now that you have tokens,
It's almost like there's going to be combat.
weird.
Whoa.
Combat in D&D? What?
As you are walking forward, you walk through the goddess garden through a cave first, and you sense a magical tingling that comes from behind you. Like all the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. And when you glance back, you see that there is a force field that seems to be blocking you from leaving.
And this is what section of town? Like leaving the town or?
You are inside of the goddess gardens, walking through a cave.
Well, that's not entirely comforting. Looks like we're not going to be able to leave probably until we do something.
I'm going to scout from above for a little bit. Woo-hoo. I'll be
But
back.
watch out for force field near ceiling. I don't know how those work. Just careful.
You know, I would like to use my channel divinity to give myself proficiency with perception. And then
That's
I am
a
going.
cool thing that you can do.
And I am going to flutter around and just sort of fly as high as I can. She's sort of flying slowly and like touching the, reaching for a force field as she goes, so she doesn't like smack into the ceiling.
Okay.
And perceive with her owlin eyes.
In the room, Okay. In the room, you do hear the sorry, did you roll a perception check yet?
Nope.
I should probably wait for that answer first.
Yeah. Sick. That is a natural 19 for a total of 26.
Okay. You do hear that there are things coming in,
fun.
and as you are moving forward, a skeleton comes out from behind, directly near Gavrin. And another skeleton comes out here. And then up on the very top, you see a mummy on the rocks.
I, as a note, cannot see anything on Roll20.
I sent
Is
you
that on
the link.
purpose?
You should be able
Looks
to
like
see things.
Fog of War is up or something, maybe.
Yeah. I see pitch black.
But no.
Now I see.
I was
There
about to
we
mention I do
go.
have dark vision.
I just gave you
I
a token,
too.
so
I
Beautiful.
too have dark vision. Okay, so skeleton's there. Mummy's up on the rock. My hip just popped out of place.
Ooh.
Deep. Cool. Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna roll initiative.
Cool. You're just gonna
Okay.
shout out, watch out! Hoo-hoo.
With that roll, you will not get surprise.
Sick.
Trina got a 22.
Oh, goodbye, skeleton.
I got a nat 20 for my initiative.
Oh,
Nice.
Go
man.
me.
I used my channel divinity already. Scoot. We press the buttons, right? Or the sigils?
No, you're not there yet.
Soon.
Soon.
Bing bong 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 bong. I rolled a
That's
10.
probably around when something really scary is coming after us.
It's true.
Okay. And then the mummy. He is not moving. I just need to add him to the turn order.
Mhm.
And for some reason, it does not like me. You got a 6. Okay. So Juniper, what did you get?
21.
Okay. Drenna
22.
and Ida.
10.
Okay. So you are
You
not.
gave us more. We just go.
Yeah. You,
Eden's up however high in the air, though, so.
yeah. We'll say that you flew like up in this general direction, and you're higher up. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Drenna, you get to go first. You see the skeleton up ahead, and you also see the skeleton next to Gavrin.
I'm going to go up to the skeleton that is next to Gavrin, and I'm going to swing at it with my battle axe.
Okay. Movement-wise, we're just going to use Theater of the Mind. You can move your character just to show where you are, but I'm not going to count spaces.
Cool. Yeah. Also, I wasn't that far from him.
Yeah.
So that's a 25 to hit.
25 will definitely hit the skeleton.
Oh, okay.
What are you attacking
And
with?
that'll be for 11 slashing damage.
All right. Skeleton looks pretty hurt.
And I'm trying to get as between it and Gavrin as I can.
It's fair.
Even if I have to push him back a bit, I'm just you are a bard. You stay back. Also, you are dying, ?
You're squishy.
Small.
I
baby.
am beefy. You step back and do your bard thing from back there.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's it. I don't have an extra attack, and I want to save any of my bonus actions for when things get a little dicier, because I don't have a lot of those spell slots for those.
Fair. Juniper, it's your turn.
Okay. How tall is this rock right next to me?
We'll say 30 feet. Or no, the one right next to you is 5 feet.
Oh, the one right next to me is 5 feet?
Maybe 10 at the very top.
10? Let's do 10. I want to just jump because with my boots, I can jump 18 feet in a high jump.
Okay. You all see Juniper bend down, do a squat position, and then leap onto the rock.
At the same time, pulling my bow off my back, and I'm going to shoot at the mummy on the rock across from me because that seems best for a bow situation.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
That's a natural 19. So 26 total.
That what?
Go away, die. The D&D die landed right on my damage button. Okay, there we go. And that's an 8. So max damage 13.
And what kind of weapon is this?
This is longbow. So piercing.
Okay. He seems to take it without much issue.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I did the thing. I did the fucking thing. I'm going to hunter's mark him now.
Yeah.
Okay. He is
Damn it.
marked.
Oh, yeah.
Look, this is my first ranger. This is going to happen a lot.
I think I'm like, that's just a ranger thing in general. It's a thing.
It's just a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that's me.
Ida.
I would like to. Who looks out of all the goofy goobers here? Who looks the least hurt?
You saw Drenna just smash the skeleton very hard. You saw Juniper hit the mummy. And then there's another skeleton that has not been touched yet.
Does it have a ranged weapon at all?
The skeleton has a sword in its hand.
Cool. I'll just leave it be. I'm gonna fly a little higher, and then I'd like to fire off a guiding bolt at the mummy.
Okay.
Tabuski. Okay. Okay. Cool. Does a 21 hit?
That does hit.
Sick. 4d6
Yeah.
radiant damage, baby. Get some. All right. Okay, 12 plus 4 is 16 plus 7 is 17. So 17 points of radiant damage, and the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next turn has advantage because now he is glittering and glowing.
Very nice.
It is like, woo, this is where you should hit. Woo.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll fly a little higher, actually. Just
How high up are you? Ceiling goes 40 feet.
right below the ceiling.
Okay, noted. This skeleton is going to lumber towards the only target it can, which is Drenna and Gavrin. And I'm going to roll a D.
Oh, yeah, because I'm the only one on the ground. Okay.
D4 to see who it attacks. It is attacking Gavrin.
No.
Yes.
Do I have a thing I can do? I don't have a thing I can do.
It
Protection.
rolled, though, a natural 1 on its attack.
Oh.
so it misses.
Yeah, I don't have protection fighting. I chose a different thing that allowed me to take some cantrips.
Well, it rolls a natural 1 either way, so it goes to attack, rolls a natural 1, and it tumbles.
Does it hit its friend instead?
No, it does not.
Aw.
It's not close enough. And that is its turn. It is the mummy's turn. The mummy is going to glare over at Ida, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. As you feel dark black energy coming off of it and hitting you, and fear start to well up inside of you.
Oh no! Wisdom saving throw. That was almost natural 20. I'm so fucking mad. Okay. 15.
You are able to ruffle your feathers and shake off the fear as he
Puff up.
grumbles, and I'm assuming you're out of his reach.
I'd imagine so.
You're smart enough to not get within smacking distance of a mummy.
Yeah.
So he is going to climb down 30 feet to the ground. And
No.
that'll be his turn. The skeleton that's on Drenna will attack Drenna,
I can handle that.
but a 9 misses. And now it is Drenna's turn.
Well, one of them just tried to attack the person I'm protecting, so I'm going to turn and hit that guy.
Okay.
And I rolled a 9.
Unfortunately, a 9 will miss. He lifts up his shield and it clangs off of the shield.
Hang on, how long does this? I was like, do I want to Shield of Faith? I want to save Shield of Faith for when it's a little more dire. So that's all I got.
Okay, Juniper.
Alrighty. I'm going to shoot this here mummy again. That's hunter's marked.
And has advantage on it.
And you have advantage.
And I have advantage on it. And hopefully I hit it because then something else happens. So let's shoot him. Roll with advantage. Okay, so the first one's a 23. Let's see if I can nat 20. Nope. The other one was horrible. Okay, so 23.
Yep.
So let's see. The base damage is 8, but then they are hunter's marked, so I get to do an additional d6. So 8, 9, 10, and because of my
Really
feat,
quick. Your hunter's mark, your hunter's mark damage, it does more piercing.
Bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So since it is my arrow, it is piercing.
Okay. Continue. Sorry.
And then I also have Colossus Slayer, and since they are below their maximum HP, I can do an additional D8, which I believe will also be piercing. I think this is just all buffing my one arrow.
Mhm.
So 14 total.
So you were at 10 before because I already subtracted the original.
Yes, 10, and then plus 4 for Colossus Slayer.
Okay. It is looking pretty hurt, but still standing.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Don't think I can do anything else.
All right. Ida, it is your turn.
Cool. I would. Do I want to cantrip or do I want to? When you say it, the mummy is looking bad, do you mean like, looking meh, or like I'm about to fucking kablode and die.
You can roll a... I don't know if medicine would be the right one. Roll...
Would I have perception?
Shh. Trying to pick
Or
something that fits
insight.
with undead. Religion?
Okay. We could do religion. Could I do medicine?
Nature, maybe?
Medicine, religion.
Right, well,
Medicine. I have proficiency. 14.
It's hard to tell exactly, but he doesn't look like he's about to collapse.
And I would like to try and guiding bolt him at 2nd level.
Okay.
We're just really going home to town on this one mummy.
It's fair.
I mean, he's big, he's scary, there's only one of them. Does a 22 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Cowabunga. 5d6. Radiant damage. That's not the worst I've ever seen. 16, 18 points of radiant damage.
Okay. He like stumbles forward, but is still standing.
Just go to sleep. Woo, woo. It's not worth it. Woo, woo.
All right. And that is your turn.
Yep, because I don't really have things to do on a bonus action.
It's fair. Okay. Skeleton turn on Drenna. They will attack. Oh, you are not rolling great. I got a 10, so that misses. It is now the mummy's turn. Who's going to close the distance with Juniper?
Get away. This is my rock.
Go on. Go on, get.
Go on, get. This is my rock. You can't get here.
Before it gets to you, make a wisdom saving throw, please, as it starts to glare at you.
Glare at me. I'm not very wise. Fuck. That's only a 7.
You.
no.
Okay.
I mean,
You are frightened until the end of this creature's next turn,
beautiful. Beautiful.
but thankfully you didn't fail by one more, because that would have paralyzed you.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
I'm like, oh, God, get away. You're much scarier up close.
And it is going to try to hit you with its fist as this rotting fist comes out to play. And what is your AC?
60.
It rolled a 20.
That'll hit it.
It does 5 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
Okay,
plus
okay.
5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do that
That's
either.
just so rude.
Is that on top of the
That's better,
concentration
that's better,
check
that's
you're
better.
about to make?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a concentration check. It's 17.
Okay. 17 is enough. You feel as mummy rot begins to cover where you were punched, but you shake it off and are able to beat it. But now you do need to make a Constitution saving throw. DC is
10, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, that's
Oh,
14 on the
no.
die. We're good. That's 16.
Okay. Your hunter's mark remains.
Oh boy.
Okay.
That is its turn. Skeleton on Gavrin and Drenna. It sees that the other skeleton has not been able to hit Drenna, so it is going to attack Gavrin again.
Rude.
And that is going to be an 18 to hit.
No!
No.
So Gavrin gets slashed with this short sword that is rusted and takes a little bit of damage, and he just hisses in pain. And then it is Drenna's turn.
Well, Gavrin's not doing great, but Also, Juniper's not doing great. So I'm gonna kind of adjust my grip on the battle axe and pull out one of my hand axes and throw it at the mummy.
Okay. You have advantage.
Actually, no, I only have one hand axe, so I have advantage.
Reminder: if you are in melee with somebody else and you are throwing a range, is it disadvantage, or is it only if you're trying to do it attack ranged against someone who you are melee with? I always forget. Like, is it only disadvantage if you try to range attack the skeletons that are within 5 feet of you?
I feel like ranged attack at close distance would be disadvantage, but that doesn't necessarily.
There's a range listed on ranged weapons, and if you are below or above that range, it's disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
So like a dagger is like 30 to 60. You can't throw any further
Yeah.
than 60, but up close is hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, question: How is Gavin looking versus how Juniper's looking?
Fine. I'm just slowly turning into a mummy, possibly, but I'm fine.
Gavin looks like he is hurt, but not any. Like, he still looks sickly, not much worse.
Well, better idea. I'm going to. I think I might bonus action Shield of Faith on Juniper. So you now have +2 to your AC for up to 10 minutes. I was trying to save that, but you are currently face to face with the mummy, so
That's scary.
Okay.
Figured that would be helpful. And in that case, I am just going to battle axe swing at the mummy that is hitting Gavin because he is close. Also, good use help over here. That is a 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm. I double checked, by the way. If an enemy is within 5 feet of you, even if you're attacking one further away, it's disadvantage on range attacks.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stick with the bonus action.
Yeah, it's fine. I was curious. So.
It is good to know.
17.
So yeah, that was a 17.
Is this on the
hit
one?
The mummy.
The mummy?
I'm hitting the not the mummy, the skeleton that's been attacking Gavin.
Yes, that hits.
Yeah. I said the wrong thing. So that will be a 7 slashing damage.
Okay. It's still standing.
But maybe it will pick a fight with me instead. It'll leave him alone.
Maybe. Is that your turn?
That's all I got, and I'm not exactly gonna go anywhere. Aside from maybe trying to scooch a little bit more in front of Catherine. Trying to keep myself between him and the mummies as much as possible. Not mummies. Skeletons. Words.
Juniper, your turn.
Boy.
Oh, this entire time, by the way, this mummy has been just talking shit.
It can talk?
Even say?
It's been humiliating you. It's calling you weak, and now it suddenly has stopped.
I'm frightened
That's very
and
rude.
also feeling a little like crap. Well, I'm gonna drop my bow and grab my short swords.
Okay.
And hit him, I guess. I'm disadvantaged because I'm scared of him still, right?
Yes, and you have advantage because of guiding bolt, so it's a regular roll.
Hell yeah, perfect. And I'm going to hit at him twice, action, bonus action, because my fighting style is two-weapon fighting.
The first one will be regular, second one will be disadvantage.
Okay, perfect. So let's get regular roll is a my sticky note to remember Hunter's Mark is covering up my rolls now. Okay. 14.
That'll hit.
Okay. Let me do the other one at a disadvantage. Ugh. Oh, one of them was a 19, but the other's 11 total.
No, that will miss.
Okay, so the first one though will do let me roll my extra BS. It's only a 1 on Hunter's Mark. That sucks. 7 for normal damage, 1 for Hunter's Mark, 5 for Colossus Slayer. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay. It is still standing.
Did that at least hurt?
I flip him off.
He flips you back off.
And only this mummy, guys, he is very rude, and I don't know how he is really tapping into my insecurities, and I do not approve of it.
So
I know
not
I'm
gonna-
short, but I'm
feel-
feisty. Okay.
I feel like whenever he started talking shit, Drew just started like basically responding, like sounding angry and orcish, but it's like basically trying to pump up her team, like, we've got this, guys, but she was saying it with an angry tone, so it would sound like something else to
Does
anyone who
anybody-
doesn't understand what it means.
Do any of you understand Orcish?
Yes.
Okay.
I took it because
Orcish
of
is our
Draina.
other language
I-
that we
Yeah.
all...
Okay.
We all
I
know
also,
Orcish.
I also feel like traveling together, like, even if Juniper's not fluent, she's learned some phrases in Orcish, so you recognize the gist of, you got this, we can do this.
So you're saying
Just
you
the
got
hype
this,
of-
or how dare you fucking fail?
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ida.
she means best.
It's like, it's the meme of life is short, so tell people you love them. But I shouted at them in German because life is also scary and confusing.
Yes. I love it.
Ida, it is your turn.
All right. Woo-hoo. I'm going to... How bad does the mummy look now?
They all look pretty hurt.
Okay. Oh, that's a bonus action. Okay, cool. I will use Sacred Flame on the... Actually, probably the one in front of our buddy pal friend over here.
Okay, the skeleton.
Yep. The little skeleton dude. So he has to... The skeleton has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oops. He got a 4, so that is a fail.
That's a fucking failure, my guy. Get radiated on.
I don't think that's what it does, but okay.
In the last 5 minutes, I have 2
It's
fan art
holy
things I want to draw.
radiation. I mean, I feel like if your sacred flame glows blue, then it could indeed be radiation. Because fun fact, radiation actually glows blue, not green like some people think.
How much damage?
Raining fire! Woo woo! Also, Juniper, you're doing great. Woo woo! Like,
Thank you. I'm just
alright,
crying.
that is 6 radiant damage.
That is enough to kill this skeleton.
Goodbye. And I would like to, as a bonus section, cast Healing Word on Juniper.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You get... Where's D4? Episki. 7 points of healing.
Well, I'm nearly back to full. Appreciate you.
Yeah. And then Ida just starts cursing the mummy out in primordial under her breath, just like, you don't talk mean to my teammates who use you toilet paper wrapped poo. Just stop. Teacher swears.
The skeleton next to Drenna that is still alive, that is, as Drenna was attacking the other one, rolls a 15 to hit Drenna.
1 second. Nope, 16.
Okay. It cannot seem to bypass your armor,
It just dinks off, and she's like, "Heh,
but then it's the mummy's
maybe
turn.
try again."
And it's going to
Not
death
enough.
glare at Drenna as it goes, "Hey you," to get your attention. And I need a wisdom saving throw.
I was about to say, can I just ignore it?
No, because it's it's as long as you're capable of seeing the mummy. So you are capable of seeing a mummy.
I got a 5.
Wonderful.
no.
You not only become frightened, but you become paralyzed.
Oh, goody.
Cool.
Dred, don't listen to him. He just spouting lies. I promise.
And then the mummy.
Brenna's angry tirade of compliments and like confidence boosters just stops.
Mid-sentence. And then it looks back at Juniper and attacks with its fist again. For a natural
me.
20.
Don't
Oh
touch
no!
me.
Excuse me.
So
Y'all still love me when I'm a mummy, right?
that's 9 bludgeoning damage.
Total, or now I have to double that?
That's 9 total bludgeoning damage.
Okay, what's that necrotic?
I rolled really low, so 4 total necrotic damage. Which is less than what I rolled last time with 1d6, and I need you to make another con save, please. This is for the mummy rot, and then you'll make a constitution save.
17 again for the mummy rot.
Okay, you are still good. And then
Okay, and it was
constitution
14?
DC 10.
Okay, so I have to get it to 10. Oh, it was at 2 and then rolled a natural 20, which
Very nice.
what a waste of natural 20. But I still have Hunter's Mark. I'm gonna get him.
I just want to mummy rot one of you.
No.
No.
Just one? A little bit?
No.
A little bit of mummy
As
rot?
a treat?
No.
No.
Yeah, the tree. Drenna, it is your turn, but you are paralyzed. So you lose your turn. Is it?
I don't get to roll to beat it?
No, it's into the end of its next turn.
Fine.
Juniper.
I am glaring angrily at the thing in front of me that I can't hit and trying to ignore the mummy.
Okay. I don't like this guy one bit. So I'ma just hit him twice
don't
again.
like you either.
Am I still frightened?
Mm,
No, because I passed.
you are not frightened because it was the end of his next turn, so and then you pass the
Beautiful.
yeah, it's over now.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hit him twice normally. I no longer have advantage, correct?
Correct.
Guiding bolt was only like around. Okay. First hit. Hell yeah, 19.
That what?
Second one is dirty 20.
Save
Okay.
that one for now. Roll your damage for the first one.
Okay, perfect. So, that's true. I get a bunch of bonuses here. So the total would be, and then I get a D8. 13.
Okay. How do you kill the mummy?
I look real deep into his probably non-existent eyes and really try to read into his soul and what at a core he is as a monster and maybe once was as a human. Oh, they're glowing.
Yeah.
That is even more terrifying. I understand why I was so scared now. And
Glowy green eyes.
I just tell him that I like stab him in the chest and like bring him down to look me in the eyes because I assume he's much taller than me. I just look him in the eyes and be like, "You are a disappointment to everyone you have ever met. That is all I can even read from you because how else would someone turn into such a nasty monster?" And I just stick my tongue out at him, and then I like kick him off of my sword so he flies off the rock.
You see a
When
single
did
tear
multiclass
begin to leave.
Bard and pick up vicious mockery. I mean, damn.
You see a single tear as he falls, saying, "I'm sorry, Father." For your second attack, what did you get? You got a 20?
A 20, I'm gonna jump down on the other guy.
All right.
Just
roll your
straight off the
damage.
rock into his head.
Roll an athletics or acrobatics check and then roll damage.
Cool. I mean, I have my boots. I can jump 3 times. Does that matter?
It's still falling.
Okay.
Like
okay.
you're landing
Fair,
on your
fair,
legs 10 feet. It's not going to be much.
fair.
Or
Absolute garbage damage. I rolled a 1 on both my Hunter's Mark and my Colossus Slayer. So it's 10 damage if I don't screw up in this athletics check, which is a 16.
okay. You kill this skeleton. So you all see Juniper's tiny little body as she is viciously murders the mummy with words practically, and shoves him off of the rock. Just jumps down screaming and stabs into the skeleton on the ground, also killing that.
Just crush his skull.
And you have killed the mummy.
Do I roll to see if I'm still paralyzed?
You're no longer paralyzed. It
Are you
takes
now
like
scared of
3 more
instead?
seconds, but eventually it fades.
Yeah, there's you see turned to stay still and blinking in shock, like, where did that come from? That was impressive. And she'll hold up her hand for a high five, but she'll like hold it down.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. High five.
Yeah, she holds her hand down because when I said up, that was me, the player, forgetting. I am telling you all, both are short.
It's a low 5 for you, a high 5 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Meet in the middle. I'm just like, I am sorry. I feel like I let the rage get the best of me. He was really tapping into some things I think I am really been pushing down for a while.
We could talk about that later, but that was amazing. Also, Gavin, are you okay? She's gonna go
I'm fine.
check on Gavin.
He says he's fine.
Either do you have anything that could help?
Don't waste your healing on me yet. It's fine.
Are you sure? I feel like you took a bit of a
It was just it was a cut. That's all it was.
That's what
insight
happened
check him.
last time, sir. And look where that cut got you.
He rolls his eyes a
So we
little bit.
don't know what else. We don't know what
yes.
else we're going to face.
I'd like to insight check this goofy goober.
Inside him.
Yeah, totally fine.
I was about to say,
A little
can
cut
I
never hurt
also
anybody.
insight check?
Sure.
Well, a natural fucking one.
Okay, I'm not using shard anymore. That's an 8. I got a 5.
He's like, he seems legitimate. He seems like he truly believes that he's okay.
I
And
will say
he starts moving
you
forward.
look about as good as I do, and I'm feeling about 50% if we're being honest. But
Should we take a quick little break?
If you
Short
want
rest, roll a hit die.
if you want to take a rest, I can sing a song.
oh, I forgot you are skilled that way. That would be beautiful.
That would be
So
good.
you each get an extra d6 if you take a short rest.
Also, if anything heard the fight, they can they'll probably come and then we'll have more familiar ground.
So y'all take a short rest.
I mean, I don't need anything, so I
Other
can
people
kind of essentially patrol around. I will refrain from actually resting and basically be a guard.
Okay.
Keep an eye
Gavin,
out for Nancy's.
What is the hit die for? It's a D10.
Gavin heals you all for 5 with their Song of Rest. If you use a hit die, you heal an additional 5.
Oh, beautiful. I appreciate you, Gavin, so very much.
Perhaps after this you can travel with us. You have some very useful skills that we've been lacking.
Yeah, as long as I survive, I'm definitely down for seeing the world.
Yeah. We can learn so much.
And we always end up going to very interesting places. They're not all as Charlemagne looks at the pile of crumbling corpses. We do go nice places sometimes.
We go
We just
interesting
also-
places.
We always tend to go to places where we end up in very interesting situations.
Yeah.
Case in
that's-
point.
That is true.
Okay.
That is true.
Due to time, we are going to skip ahead a little bit. Because I do want to get to at least the ending of this. So I'm going to railroad a smidgen, which normally I would not
Okay.
do, and I don't suggest you do if you're playing the game, but this is going to leave secrets that you have to play the game to
Secret.
learn.
Exactly. It's intentional.
100% intentional. So you continue to go into the ruins and entrance of the City of Shades, and you attempt to sneak through, though some of you aren't super sneaky. One of you is not super sneaky. And we'll say that you do end up actually getting the attention of some of the undead in there, but you are able to find the sigils and activate them all and escape with your lives. You then go through some other caverns and rooms that we are going to skip through until you find the goddess a garden. You just finished defeating 2 skeletons laying on the ground near this entrance, where you see a symbol of a hand with a sun around it. Actually, let me see if I have a picture of it in my notes. Yep, here it is.
Never going to get the skeleton dust off of my armor.
That was very interesting, where you just grabbed the skeleton by the head and slammed him into the ground. And then
Really?
Ida,
It
when
was-
you like flew one up and dropped it, that was very intense.
Do y'all see?
Coordination.
It was
I
very
shot him like
satisfying too.
clay disc. It was great.
So you see this there's an entrance down the stairs in the lower left corner, and there's a single symbol engraved on the door with 2 ropes intertwined with a knot in the middle, leading to a hand reaching upwards with a sun around it.
That is
Can
a
I make a
badass
religion
symbol.
check?
You can.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Whomever wants
Make
can
some
Wrong button.
make religion checks.
full delivery cry.
30-20.
Tight. Oh, fuck. 9.
Okay. Drenna, you recognize it as the dead demi-goddess Aria, Areia, a elf, a goddess that was worshipped by the elves.
She'll explain. This is Arya, demigod, worshipped by the elves. I believe she's gone now, or at least from what I've heard is how a god can die. There are many debates about such things, but I always found the stories interesting.
I won't say the thing out loud so that other people can find it on their own, but you did gather an item while you were traversing that is glowing. And as it lifts up, the thing on the door, the symbol on the door, begins to glow the same color.
Look, the is glowing.
Yes.
Redacted for your benefit.
The redacted is glowing.
Yep.
And
Amazing.
the door opens. Inside, you see a former temple of area where life has returned. The area around it, you see moss growing on the grass. Let me see. We have it here.
Drina is very happy to see this because of the ancients restoring, and
Okay.
she's like,
You should all be able to
Drina's
see
very
it now.
happy. Oh, that's really pretty.
Pretty.
You see that the moss is growing along the grass and the grout. There's flowers growing, a fountain with fresh water as Gavrin stands there at the bottom of the steps. As you're walking down the steps, you actually had seen it when you first stepped in. Everything was dead. But you watched together as the life came back to it. Seemingly the glow of Redacted sparked the life again. He rushed.
And what once was returns.
How very interesting.
The Gavrin rushes over to some red flowers at the southern wall, but stops short as he sees another mummy. He looks at Gavrin and he says, "No, you can't. You don't belong here."
Hello, good raft one. Woo, woo. We were hoping to perhaps procure a flower or two to cure our ailing friend here. Woo, woo. We've traveled far.
You need to leave.
Why?
Because you don't belong
We're only
here.
here to help.
Could you give us a flower and then we can leave?
My father wouldn't want me to do that.
And who is your father? If you don't mind my asking.
Hold on.
Was your father perhaps another mummy outside?
Oh Lord,
That was
no!
very disappointing to his father.
That was my brother.
Oh well, he apparently and your father did not get
Drina
along
is
very
making
well.
the shush, the stop talking motion. Why are you here?
My father is one of the 7 Oblivions. And I'm here because he wants me to be here to protect this, stop others from getting things from this place.
Well, one, what the hell are 7 Oblivions? And 2, Edith's gonna just make a comment about it. There wasn't really much to take before we brought the here, so I mean, really, it's we asked not for much, just enough to help a friend.
You can roll a religion check for the 7
I suck.
Oblivions.
Can I roll 2? Because I also Drina also wants to know.
Sure.
Nope.
Sir, I'm sorry. Very rude. We came into your domicile here. What is your name?
My name is... I'm on a different page now, god fucking damn it. You
Sorry.
made me move pages. Then my screen keeps doing... Everything keeps crashing on my thing. My name is Adar Tam. My father, Zuhar, is the one who wants me to be sure that no one comes in this place.
Why?
Explain
on
why.
that religion check.
What did you get?
I got
11. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got lower than that. I got an 8.
Okay. With an 11, you would know enough about them that you at least know that they are the rulers. They consider themselves rulers of this land. Though they are not necessarily actually the rulers of this land, and Zuhar is a mummy king.
This is the Seven Oblivions think that they are the rulers.
Correct. And Zuhar's two sons, Saragon and Adartam, were sent to be minions to defeat the enemies of their father. I will also allow you all to roll insight checks.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna insight check.
Did you say Mummy King? Mummy God? What?
King.
Mummy King.
King.
Sorry, my allergies are killing me.
How long have you been here by yourself?
Way too
Natural 20, bitch! On insight! Let's go! I see
I just
all
got a
the mummies
16.
insecurities.
With the natural 20, you can tell Adartam is unhappy. He doesn't want to be here. He seems to speak in distaste when he mentions his brother or his father.
Hey, you want to come travel with us and do something more
you
fun?
wanna... When's the last time you've seen the world?
I don't know how long it's been.
What's the last date that you remember? We could do math. I'm very good at teaching math.
Are you able to choose for yourself what you do? Perhaps you could choose a life of your own design instead of following people who leave you here alone, more or less.
Somebody roll a persuasion check with advantage.
I have a +3. How's yours?
You go for it. I have +2.
Oh. As a paladin?
For persuasion, yeah.
Jeezy. Okay, cool.
My stats were kind of decent. The only reason I'm super strong is because I got the gauntlets.
Gotcha. 15?
Okay.
Oh, advantage. Tight. That's also 15 again, so...
After discussing with him his options, he goes, you know what, you're right. I've been treated as a servant my entire life. I'm going to go find my own path.
You want to travel with us?
I need to explore the world on my own, I think.
Okay.
No, so you don't need to be any more powerful with another NPC that's a mummy prince.
What? Why?
We can recommend that may not be too startled by your appearance.
That's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I mean, you are just quite the interesting character, and I would love to chat again sometime. So we'll keep in touch, and then I'll just give them like different really cool locations to visit. And I'm like, if you ever need anything, this is where my mother lives. Okay, if you find yourself there, she can get a message to me. And then
just a mummy coming up to your mom's house, being like, knock, knock, knock. I'm looking for Juniper.
Ida hands him
I feel like all
history
of our
books.
families are used to it by now.
Yeah.
It's like, God
I
damn
send
it,
so
Juniper.
many people to my mother.
Your mom's just like, you want some tea? Do you even drink tea? Like,
Yeah. He just like, here's a history book. Here's another history book. Do you have any weapons? I'm gonna be honest. Fisticuffs, I don't think are.
They hurt. They
Yes.
hurt real bad. Let me just.
I can give you my sword.
I think I'll stick with my fists. Thank you, though.
Are you sure? Okay.
My
Here's
fists
the
can
book.
cause mummy rot, so it's very useful.
Okay, mummy rat, cool.
What does that do? Because I feel like I was very close to succumbing to it, and
How did I almost die?
how did I almost die?
Because
we're just two gals talking now. Give me the tea.
Well, it makes you. It basically curses you, and it makes you feel weaker.
Well, he was doing that with his words. He didn't need to also do it.
It's very hurtful.
I'm
And-
sorry, your brother is quite the asshole.
Oh yes, I know, I agree. Also, if it weakens you enough, you just turn into dust.
Oh. Well, I'm
Mummy
Well,
rot. Got it.
glad
I
that
do
did
have
not
some
happen.
good news is when you go off on your journey, you won't have to worry about your father sending your brother after you.
Oh, is he dead?
Is he? That's a good question, actually. I mean,
That is a
I
good
hurt
question.
him with my
Mhm.
sword and words, and he seemed to die. But like,
Would you be
If y'all
sad
are-
if he's dead?
No, I don't care.
Okay, then he's probably dead.
Yes.
Yes, I would
We
be
were
sad.
trying
I'm
to
just
help
talking
our
shit about him,
friend,
but I'd be
and he
sad.
tried to
Stab.
kill us. So
Yeah, that sounds like my brother.
love-hate relationship. I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
so
glad you're willing to talk. It's been interesting and nice getting to know you.
I'm going to go now before my father tries to take over my brain and make me fight you all. So bye, and then he leaves.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Nice
All right,
meeting
let's-
you. Bye.
Let's get all the flowers we need.
Gavin is
and
already
leave.
gathering flowers.
Yeah, and make like a plant and leaf. Woo, woo.
He sits down actually in the center of the white flower on the ground as he pulls out a teapot and starts steeping tea with the red flowers. He offers some to all of you, but he drinks it, and you watch as the illness seems to dissipate from him. And he
See, I told you.
from pale and weak, he starts to sit up stronger. His skin begins to tan a little bit more, showing more of its natural color, reddish hues in his face. His eyes actually seem like they have life inside of them again. And he smiles at all of you and says, "If you'll have me, I would like to join you."
Oh,
Of
Gavin.
course.
We'll have
That
quite
would
the
just be
hoot.
the best.
That was one of our hopes.
I'm gonna gather some flowers for later. Just a couple of each. Just
Just leave enough so they can continue to grow.
absolutely. I'm not one to destroy the environment.
Yeah. Gather some bits that could be used to perhaps plant and grow these elsewhere.
Exactly.
Potentially.
And
Yeah,
as
Jonah
little
will
sap.
also help with. Yeah, Jonah will get some too, making sure to like just enough to have more places where these are accessible, because these could be very helpful,
Mhm.
but not enough to
Devastate
prevent
this.
the continual growth and spread.
Yeah, it's like a
Jonah
little
grew up around druids.
All
little
right.
snippet here, some seeds there, a couple petals maybe.
Taking notes about the place.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah
You just
Like,
like, this is
take
great.
notes,
I'm gonna write my
try
own
and
history
learn what
book.
we can about try and learn what we can about this goddess that was here.
So I think, though, that's where we're going to end this episode
Mhm.
and leave the future adventures of what happens to Daracon and our fellow players in the future. And also what happens to the City of Shades. And what happens when Zuhar finds out his one son's dead and one is missing.
The other
Nothing.
one's like, fuck you, Dad. I'm going on my own adventure now.
Nothing possibly will go wrong. On that note, this was...
We helped someone find the courage to embrace who they want to be. I have no regrets, even if we end up dying for it.
That is fair. On that note, this game has been brought to you by Braith RPG. This is Faith Reborn, so please check that game out. I will have the link in the description down below where you can get to the book yourself and go through the entire story instead of just the bits that we went through and see the other ways that you could go about this. There are other solutions to all of the problems, and we skipped a good chunk of things, and honestly, there's also hints here on where this story could go after. So perhaps a campaign option in the future? Question mark?
Mhm.
We'll see.
We can find out what the is, you know?
What the
What is
beep
also-
beep is it?
What the is it?
On that note,
We may also need to find a bard, though. Someone to play our bard.
yes, or I can just do it. I don't care.
I'll
Yeah.
play 2 characters. Talk to myself.
If you're
Hello?
volunteering.
You mean like DMing?
Taylor, where can everybody find you?
Yeah, _potato _ on the internet. Mainly just like Twitter. I guess Instagram a bit, but it's just pictures of my dogs in the water. So, but you can also find me over every Friday at 3:30 Eastern on With the Tale for Sleepaway, which episode 1, I think Nikki said, is coming out soon.
It's
We would have just had
tomorrow.
episode 0, so everyone knows their characters, what's going on. It's gonna be super cool. Then you can find me also on High Shelf Collective. This is coming out, you said September?
September
September?
22nd.
Oh yeah, we about to be going crazy, y'all, over there in October. We have a D&D game every other Sunday. We have Necrobiotic every single Monday, ran by Mitch on High Shelf. And then we've got games and fun things on Tuesdays. We've got Red Markets. We have D&D. We have Mass Effect. We have like fun one-shots. It's going to be a spooky good old time. Then Tuesdays, you can find me on 2000 Tales playing an ooze person. That's very... Who knows where they are now. They may be dead. I just played episode 1 in real life yesterday and was not doing so hot. So
Our characters need to meet in that game
yeah, I can't wait.
next week. Brianna.
Wait till I take a drink, don't you? Why don't you?
I will.
You can find me at Brianna Jeans on Twitter, as well as most of my podcast stuff over at Pseudonym Social. I've got my sci-fi show, Aboard the Opal Star, my weird experimental reality hopping mystery show that is Tempest Multi, and now I'm a player on another show, Beyond the Crumbling Veil. First season is Shattered Mirror, which is a Call of Cthulhu podcast run by my friend over at Styx Helix Productions, which is part of Pseudonym Social. We're still working out how that works. But yeah, I do a lot of things. There's probably going to be more in the future because I'm a hyper creative workaholic and I have no life.
Darby.
I'm like
Hello.
Nikki.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, hello.
Sorry, Darby.
Hi, my name is Darby, otherwise known as Chaotic Darby on the internet. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under that handle. I'm a TTRPG player, streamer, possum, and all-around menace on the internet. When you're not listening to me or seeing me wiggle my body around here, you can catch me on the Sleepaway game with Taylor and Nikki on Weave the Tale on Fridays. You can also catch me Wednesdays on Girls Run These Worlds Twitch channel at 5 PST. Time zones are weird. 5 PST, playing a D&D 5th edition game. And also at the same time, every other Wednesday on Neon Lights Roleplay is a pre-recorded campaign and therefore able to air when I'm not otherwise free. But that goes up. It's really cool. Stardust. Someone made fan art, and I'm still really jazzed about that. And then besides that, I'm the community manager for Weave the Tale, project manager for Ports and Souls, a TTRPG source book that's going to be we're working on, Mitchell Wallace and I, and then I am the technical admin for TTRPG, spelled TEATRPG. So yeah, those are other places you can find me doing stuff and things. So yeah.
Check it out. Awesome. And then I have been Nikki, aka Beholder to No One, on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at Beholder to No One, or Twitch. I am the host there with one shots, actual plays, and discussion episodes every week. And then you can find me producing Chaotic Wonderful. Currently, I am in the game Wander Home, where next Thursday is our final game. Tonight, if you go check out Chaotic Wonderful on Twitch, is the final game of Vaesen, or Vaesen, depending on if everything goes as planned. tomorrow, like I already mentioned, we have Sleepaway at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. At 9 p.m. I will be on 2000 Tales role-playing, playing Karen in a Monster of the Week campaign, Weird Web, which has 60 episodes plus out now, and you should go listen to the podcast because it's really freaking good, if I do say so myself. On Monday, you can find me on Garball Games playing City of Mist RPG as Dr. Dahlia Best, the psychologist who is the Mythos of the Fates, who doesn't really understand why she could just suddenly see tapestry things, and maybe she understands more by the time this episode comes out, because we did episode 1 yesterday, or this past Monday, and she was very confused. You can find me... Am I in that game? Hold on. I don't really I remember, but next Wednesday, there is a game of Apocalypse Keys on Weave the Tale. I don't remember if I'm in the game, but I know that some of us are in
I am, and I'm so excited.
I know that Taylor is in the game, so definitely go check that out. I don't think I am because I have another game that night. And soon after that, you can find me playing... Or you can also find me on Tuesdays. Right, I will be full-time starting October 4th. I will be full-time over on 2000 Tales with the Big Gay Dice Games as Stratos, as Stratos, the Air Ganassi dominatrix. Because that was the only way I could keep up with the chaos of that game. I do so many other
Love
things.
that energy.
Yeah. I do so many things and can be hired for a lot of stuff, so please hire me for TTRPG development, writing, podcast consulting, or audio editing, or project management. And I'm also the project director of Weave the Tale. I do a lot. There's too many things. But...
No such thing as too many things. Just do all of the things, all of the time.
I mean, by the time this comes out, I will probably also be doing like 2 or 3 other things. So you know what? Whatever. We'll figure it out. But check out all the links in the description down below. Definitely check out Braith RPG, especially Faith Reborn, as well as all their other games because they're all fantastic. And keep an eye out in case there is more to come of this wonderful setting. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.